Hey familia, Igni here and welcome back to Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. I've made a video previously about some tips and tricks that can help you out in the game, and now I have some more that I'd like to share with you. Some of these even help with your in-game economy, including the first one. So my first tip is you get to reroll one mission every day out of your 3 missions. And 70 rupees is the lowest reward you can get from a daily. If you're playing the game regularly anyway, these missions are pretty easy to clear and don't really require any conscious effort for you to clear as long as you're playing. So I would always re-roll 70 rupee prizes because you might get something better like a 100 rupee prize. And as you can see, the mission is not even harder. So make sure to do that every chance you get. My second tip is that if you find the collection hard to parse through, because there's the non-animated and the animated premium versions of every card, you can actually bundle them together in this little menu here that's kind of tucked away, and it'll just put the cards all together as one, showing you how many copies you own total and how many copies of those that you own are premium in brackets. Speaking of premium and non-premium cards, my next tip is to use your Apprentice's globes and your Seer's globes to increase the amount of vials in your bank. This is because animated cards liquefy for more vials than regular cards do. So in this example, I don't really care about Volce's animated card, and since I have extras more than a playset, I can use one of my Apprentice's globes to turn one of my regulars into a premium, and then immediately liquefy it for more vials. If you have extra legendaries, you don't care about the cosmetics, for the payout is bigger too, because regular legendaries liquefy for 1200, while premium legendaries liquefy for 2500. That being said, remember that for legendaries, you use Seer's globes, not Apprentice's globes, which are a little harder to come by. Here's a bit of a bonus tip for content creators or anybody who just likes art. If you click on any card in your card collection, you can then click it again, and then click it again. And then you can actually zoom in and out. And from here, you can take a screenshot and use it as your thumbnail or whatever. Very useful for people like me. Here's another tip for ya. On your weekly reset in Shadowverse Park, you'll have this quest to spectate 5 matches. Now, you might find that a little tedious, but what you can do is just click spectate, head to the lobby of the spectate, and then immediately quit out. You do not have to witness the game at all, and it counts towards your quest. Notice I went from 2 out of 5 to 3 out of 5. Save time. Tip number 4, this is more of a gameplay tip. When you super evolve Garyu, it gives the Supreme Silver Dragon Barrier. Now, you might be tempted to super evolve the Garyu first and then trade with the Supreme Silver Dragon so that it preserves all of its defense. But actually, in many situations, it's better to trade with the silver first and then super evolve the Garyu, and the silver now keeps barrier into the next turn. And it's generally harder to clear this way, because if they have an effect that deals a lot of damage at once, like a board clear effect or something, or a single target spell, it'll tank the first hit and stay alive. Tip number 5, you might know that ominous artifacts are gotten when you fuse your gears depending on cost, but you can actually get Ominous Artifact Gamma using only 4 gears total, rather than 5 gears like you might initially expect, because you can just fuse one here, and then fuse one of the 3 costs into the other 3 costs. It's based off of cost, not off of how many cards fused. So doing this gets you Gamma with 1 less gear. Similarly, if you're really in a pinch and need to make Gamma ASAP, pretend this is an alpha or a beta, you can fuse one of your 5 costs into a striker or fortifier for Gamma, because it's 3 or more. So this can get you Gamma if it's in a dire situation. Generally, that's really bad because you're just wasting gears in terms of efficiency. But sometimes you've made an alpha or a beta and then they suddenly present a huge board and you regret making the one that you made, so you can quickly pivot to Gamma this way. The final tip is for Abyss Crafts. Rage of Serpents looks very similar to an OG classic card called Razor Claw, but it works very differently. In the OG game, it would deal damage to yourself first, then your enemy. But in this game, it deals damage to your enemy first. So if you're in a situation where casting Rage of Serpents seems like it would kill you, but it's lethal on the enemy, you can still cast it and win the game, like so. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, and you're sure to enjoy the video on screen now where I show off some other tips and tricks that are available in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond.